States, accompanied by Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta, Senator Chuck Hagel, Mr. Mike Morrell, and Mr. John Brennan.
Good afternoon, everybody. Please have a seat. Chuck Hagel is the leader that our troops deserve. He is an American patriot. He enlisted in the Army and volunteered for Vietnam. As a young private and then a sergeant, he served with honor alongside his own brother. Chuck Hagel's leadership of our military would be historic. Maybe most importantly, Chuck knows that war is not an abstraction. He understands that sending young Americans to fight and bleed in the dirt and mud, that's something we only do when it's absolutely necessary. My frame of reference, he has said, is geared towards the guy at the bottom who's doing the fighting and the dying. With Chuck, our troops will always know, just like Sergeant Hagel was there for his own brother, Secretary Hagel will be there for you.
Mr. President, I'm grateful for this opportunity to serve our country again, and especially its men and women in uniform and their families. These are people who give so much to this nation every day with such dignity and selflessness. This is particularly important at a time as we complete our mission in Afghanistan and support the troops.
He might have been, but I'd be curious on that one because you might be right, but... It's the Republicans who I think are most concerned because they see him as having deserted the flock in some sense on what to do about Iraq or what to do about Iran, and they see him as being a little bit too soft on Iran policy, specifically for the decisions we're going to have to make going forward.
In John Brennan, the men and women of the CIA will have the leadership of one of our nation's most skilled, a 25-year veteran of the CIA. John knows what our national security demands. Intelligence that provides policymakers with the facts, strong analytic insights, and a keen understanding of a dynamic world.
If confirmed as director, I will make it my mission to ensure that the CIA has the tools it needs to keep our nation safe and that its work always reflects the liberties, the freedoms, and the values that we hold so dear.
Hey, what do you say? No Brennan for the CIA. Hey, what do you say? No Brennan for the CIA. Hey, what do you say? No Brennan for the CIA. So John Brennan, why don't you come up here for a minute?
That it was his duty to get his troops to serve up, to manufacture, to forge,